Tonight, newly uncounted ballots are found during the ongoing recount in Georgia, and it appears those ballots will overwhelmingly benefit the president. More on that count in just a minute. President-elect Joe Biden, meantime, saying this afternoon the consequences of President Trump's reluctance to coordinate on a transition will be, quote, more people dying. Chief White House correspondent John Roberts starts us off tonight, live from the North Lawn. Good evening, John.
Brett, good evening to you. All indications are at the moment that the president's challenge to the election result is far from over. His campaign still has legal action going in a number of states. And as you mentioned, a new development tonight in the Georgia hand recount is giving the Trump campaign new hope in the Peach State. Another week began with no sign of a resolution in sight for the 2020 election. President Trump tweeting this morning, "I won the election." The president is under increasing pressure from members of his own party to allow Joe Biden to at least begin a transition. Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson.
I expect Joe Biden to be the next president of the United States, and it is very important that Joe Biden have access to the intelligence briefings to make sure that he is prepared during times of transition.
Ohio Governor Mike DeWine saying much the same thing, prompting a Twitter rocket from the president. Quote, "Who will be running for governor of the great state of Ohio? Will be hotly contested." But even the president's own national security advisor, Robert O'Brien, appearing to acknowledge the inevitability of a Biden presidency.
If the Biden-Harris ticket is determined to be the winner, and it's, obviously things look that way now, we'll have a very professional transition from the National Security Council.
O'Brien with the caveat, though, that he and other White House staff would like to see another 4 years for President Trump. While it comes too late for Election Day, President Trump today saying, "I told you so," with the news Moderna's coronavirus vaccine showed near 95% efficacy. The president tweeting, "For those great, quote, historians, please remember that these great discoveries, which will end the China plague, all took place on my watch." A potentially significant development in the state of Georgia. In Floyd County, the recount discovered some 2,600 ballots that had not been originally counted. According to some estimates, that could narrow Joe Biden's lead by some 800 votes. President Trump not happy with the recount, complaining signatures on mail-in ballots are not being verified, tweeting, "Georgia won't let us look at the all-important signature match. Without that, the recount is meaningless." Georgia's Republican Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger responding, "Not true."
Well, there's no truth to that. First off, we have signature match.
The Trump campaign also rejecting reports it has withdrawn parts of its lawsuit in Pennsylvania. The campaign saying it simply restructured its arguments after a Third Circuit Court of Appeals opinion in another case. Communications Director Tim Murtaugh saying the fundamentals of our case have not changed. We are still making the strong argument that 682,479 ballots were counted in secret. President Trump has made it clear on Twitter that he is in no mood to concede. As for how long this will go on, there are two significant deadlines in the future. One is December 8th, when all outstanding state issues must be resolved. The other is December the 14th, when the electors cast their ballot for the President of the United States. Brett?
John Roberts, live on the North Lawn. John, thank you.
North Dakota, now one of more than 20 states reporting record hospitalizations.
Today, seeing its first record close since February. This after Moderna said that its